Hey, we are live on a Wednesday. It's another SNL show. My name is Lane, and that is no, Scott's not with us today. He had an appointment. We love bringing these shows to you every single Wednesday, but we do have real estate needs and real estate clients that we do have to service throughout a weekly basis. So I know he's taking care of somebody right now, but you're stuck with me for the next 5 to 10 minutes here. But we have a great topic for you today. We're going to be talking about buyers markets where home prices haven't boomed. Are there areas around the country where it's just not absolutely insane? You hear where we are locally here in Orange County, yes, you hear that we're in a crazy market where there's multiple offers on everything. Prices are going skyrocketing. But if you're reading the news, the national news, it's like that across the country. But believe it or not, there are still areas what are considered a buyer's market, or maybe areas that haven't boomed like the rest of the country. And so the Barron's put together a list of top 10, and I'm going to be going over each and every one here, starting with number 10. Number 10 coming in at Panama City, Florida. Panama City, Florida. There's a lot of folks in California, especially that are moving to Florida, maybe because of the tax. I don't know if there's income tax there, but I don't think there's state income tax. But I think that's one of the big reasons why a lot of people are going to Florida. But I also, if you're watching live right now, I'd like to hear from you too. If you have any guesses of what could be coming up on the list. So number 10, Panama City, Florida. Number 9, Lexington and Fayette, Kentucky. So we have Florida, we have Kentucky. Number 8, Waterloo and Cedar Falls, Iowa. So I think between Florida and Iowa, you're going to see a little bit of a theme. I had a chance to read the top 10 list already. So far we have Florida, Kentucky, Iowa. Let's go into number 7. Okay, we're going to stay in Iowa here. Des Moines and West Des Moines, Iowa. And this list, by the way, is based off of median home price. It's based off of supply, and it's based off of demand. So these are areas that the home prices aren't really that high right now comparatively. There's a little bit more supply than, we do. We like to look at the month supply of inventory here in Orange County. 4-month supply is neutral. My guess is they might have a little bit more than 4-month supply in that area. And that's probably why they're considering this a buyer's market or something, or area that hasn't really boomed yet. But they look at supply, demand, and they look at median home price. Okay, so we have 2 for Iowa, 1 in Kentucky, 1 in Florida. Going to number 6, we have Morgantown, West Virginia. Morgantown, West Virginia coming in at number 6. Number 5, Florida, area of Florida again. We have Port St. Lucie. Port St. Lucie, number 5. Again, these are what we're talking about. We're talking about buyer markets where home prices haven't boomed yet, looking at supply, looking at demand, looking at inventory, places where prices aren't just skyrocketing and maybe you can still get a deal. I know, shout out to Scott. I miss him already, but shout out to Scott. He does competitive skating, and he's going to be in Des Moines. So if you have any interest in an investment property in Des Moines, maybe reach out to Scott while he's going to be there soon, and he can take a look at some investment property to you, because obviously Des Moines, Iowa is looking like an area that hasn't boomed yet, and maybe it's due. Maybe we're ready. Okay, after Port St. Lucie, number 4, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. So we're sticking in Iowa there. So there's a theme. Florida and Iowa so far taking the lead there. Number 3, Greenville, Anderson, South Carolina. So some areas of South Carolina. We are hearing a lot of Californians moving out to South Carolina as well. So that particular area, it doesn't come as a surprise to me. Florida and South Carolina are 2 areas that a lot of Californians are moving to, and they're probably getting a really good bang for their buck. Number 2, Savannah, Georgia. So it seems like we're right around the Panhandle area. We have Florida, we have Georgia. I know South Carolina, West Virginia, kind of like the east area over there, and then you have Iowa. But Iowa's definitely so far seemingly leading the category here. Finishing it off, number 1 as far as a buyer market where home prices haven't boomed, again, based off of supply, based off of demand, based off of the median home price. Where can you get a deal as a buyer in a marketplace where things are just absolutely insane? None of them are in California. None of them are in Orange County, I'm sorry to say. But the number 1 comes in at Indianapolis, Carmel, Anderson, Indiana. So we had a nice little variety there, but a couple in the same state, Iowa, Florida. But again, we had Savannah, Georgia, Indianapolis, Greenville, South Carolina, Morgantown, West Virginia, Lexington and Fayette, Kentucky, what are you hearing out there? Are you sensing any deals? Are you sensing anything that could be more of a buyer's market in a time where the country is in a seller's market, where things are just crazy? I thought, we did a talk last week, Scott and I on our SnL show, we said we're sensing a little bit of a slowdown, and that still might be true, but I will tell you one thing. We wrote an offer in South Huntington Beach. Place was listed for $1.1 million. And they had 28 offers on it. It's going to go for more than $200,000 over ask. It's kind of crazy out there. It's still a little nutty. So depending on the house, depending on the area in Orange County, it's, even though it might feel like things are starting to slow, there's areas where it hasn't. So where can you get a good investment if you're looking to put your dollar towards a good investment? And these might be good areas to think about, especially if they're taking into consideration a higher amount of supply, a lower demand, a lower median price. That doesn't mean that the areas are bad. I actually looked up Port St. Lucie, Florida myself, and there's a couple really cool YouTube videos where they tour the town. The town looks really nice. It looks like a cute little town, and you know what? Like, maybe that's on the verge or just prematurely about ready to skyrocket. So, but that's it for our list today. Thank you for joining me. Again, it's kind of weird not being here with Scott. I miss him, but he'll be back next week for SnL show. And I hope that you enjoyed and found value in some of these areas, some of these markets that are favoring buyers, areas that haven't boomed yet. And we're going to put that in the comment section below. So if you know somebody that's actually looking to move out of the area and they're looking for a good deal, maybe share this video with them. That's the best way of saying, hey, I liked what I saw today on this particular video, likes, comments, and everything like that. But if you want us, Scott and I, to address something specifically, leave that in the comments as well, and we'll make sure we get to that right away. But thank you so much for watching us on a Wednesday for SnL. We'll be back again next Wednesday, same time, same place, 11 a.m. And bye for now.